Greetings, everyone. This is Arletta live and direct from Arletta Unleashed once again. I am back in full effect with a relatively clear head and clear energy tonight so I could continue my post on the series of the connecting with and awakening of the feminine energy. And it's been interesting because I have been trying to do this blog post. I even attempted to do it yesterday. And that's my belly dance music, y'all. I was just feeling that kind of energy right about now, but I had to turn it down a little bit. Anyway, and I wasn't able to do it. But once again, it's like each day for me, my life experience becomes more and more organic. And if the energy isn't there and it's just not the right time, it just does not happen. I don't care how hard I may try to do it. I can't force things to occur. Especially since at this point I've been operating and learning how to just be from a totally heart centered place and come purely from intuition off the top of my head. As you can see in my more recent posts, I have no notes. It's just whatever is flowed through me. So that being said, today what I'm going to talk about is how to conduct business from a very strong connection or in feminine energy. I've always been a very business oriented female. I had my first business when I was 11 years old, and the only way that I knew how to conduct business was from a very masculine place, totally action oriented, goal driven, projects, deadlines, outlines, plans, calendars, that whole extraordinarily structured, action oriented process. And that is very effective in a lot of ways and very necessary. But when that's 95 to 99% of your effort, um, I find that it's very difficult to work in that type of environment. And for me, in my pursuing business from a very masculine, energetic, it was largely driven and based by ego. I had a desire for success, desire to prove myself, my ability to make a certain amount of income or to accomplish a certain goal, etc., etc. And I was seeking the approval of others. So that was one thing. The second thing was that my business orientation was not from a place of self-love and it was not connected to source at all. It was more almost a place of punishment, a place where through my conducting of business, it was how I needed to prove my self-worth and my value in this three-dimensional um, perception that we call reality we humans have created. And it always made for a struggle. It made every time to conduct business, it was always struggle and sacrifices, this big um, galvanizing of energy that I had to expend in order to be able to accomplish any of my business goals. And then on top of that, all of my other interesting lack of self confidence, my ambiguous feelings towards either being extraordinarily successful or my commitment to being a failure, so I won't outshine those around me, and so on and so forth. And so I had a lot of things attached to just even being able to conduct business, but it was all in this totally very masculine oriented mode. And so I actually just got out of doing a personal reading for myself with my guide because every time I attempted to conduct business as far as my Unleash project, all I was met with is a total brain fog and I couldn't really progress forward even as far as doing my blog series. I didn't know what I was supposed to talk about. And so what I've just completed doing is doing a whole brief releasing session around the limitations and constructs that I've chosen to this point as far as conducting business in a very masculine energy. And what I've decided from this point forward to do is to allow myself to, first of all, proceed with all of my business projects from a very intuitive and heart-centered place. And also to, in doing that, to instead of having to go out, for example, and exert the effort to attract 2,000, 5,000, 10 or 20,000 blog readers, from what I understand now, I've already attracted all the hundreds, thousands, or tens or hundreds of thousands of blog readers who are interested in the information that I have, and we're energy matched for each other. So there's nothing I have to do there but to allow all of these individuals that the universe has lined up for me into my energy space so we could exchange this information. And so that is just a choice. And it's really that simple. So I'm not at all saying that there is no action necessary in order to accomplish something, but now I fully understand that action truly is only 2 to 3% of the process. The majority of the process is energetic. And so now I'm, for the first time, allowing myself not only to conduct business from a heart-centered place, but to conduct it and be intuitively guided, even as to the actions and the steps that I take and whatever game plan or quote unquote goals that I set, and to do business the Arletta way. I'm a very relaxed, laid back person, but whenever I approach business, I was always uptight, focused, driven, on point, masculine. And I no longer have to do that anymore. And I could enjoy all the success that I want from a place that's affirming and loving. And I'm so excited. It's so weird and kind of scary, actually, to conduct business in this manner because I've never done it before. So it's something new for me, y'all. But I'm going to let y'all know how it works. So no more of the stress, no more of the sacrifice, no more of the struggle, no more of the proving, no more of the totally action-oriented mode of operation, and no more of the energy that was not loving and not affirming and not connected to source. And so who knows? It's like I've managed to have had a number of, feels like something's crawling on my face, phenomenal experiences and successes in all the variety of things that I've done in my brief life to this point. But I ain't seen nothing yet, and y'all ain't seen nothing yet. And this time it will just be done in joy, and done in fun, and done the Arletta way. Not the ways that I've adopted from others, or the ways that I was taught, or the ways that I was programmed to operate. And it's kind of scary because you don't know what to do. It's like I literally wake up in the morning and I think, okay, what am I going to post about today? What is it as far as my business that I feel inclined to do? I check in with my energy level at that particular day. I check in with my guides, my intuition. I ask the angels for specifics as far as things I need to handle and take care of. And then I proceed with whatever it is that I am to be doing. But it's been working so wonderfully. I have never, ever, ever, ever felt this good. And feeling good is what it's all about. So, that is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about in this awakening and connecting with the feminine for anyone who feels so inclined, be they male or female, for trying to conduct business from a feminine place and to conceive of what it is you want to accomplish, and let that create the energy of it, and let that be 99% of your energy exertion.